to noble ideals enshrined in it. Distinguished guests, we've gathered here at a time when the foundational pillars of United Nations are under stress. While unilateralist, populist, and xenophobic tendencies are rising, Pakistan remains committed to the promotion of multilateralism. United Nations is a central pillar of the multilateral architecture and provides formidable support to human endeavors for collectively addressing complex challenges. Ladies and gentlemen, Pakistan's contribution to the UN peacekeeping is one of the most visible manifestations of our commitment to multilateralism. Pakistan is one of the longest serving and largest contributors to UN peacekeeping. Since 1960, we have contributed over 200,000 peacekeepers to 46 peacekeeping missions around the world. More than 150 of our bravest have rendered the ultimate sacrifice in this cause. Pakistan also continues to co-host one of the oldest missions, peacekeeping missions, the United Nations Military Observer Group in India and Pakistan, UNMOGIP. Pakistan also continues to host 3 million registered and unregistered Afghan refugees, which remains one of the most protracted refugees crises in the world. Distinguished guests, development of friendly relations among nations based on respect for the principle of equal rights and self-determination of peoples is enshrined in the UN Charter. It is deplorable that these universal ideals continue to be violated and defied with impunity, nowhere more conspicuously than in the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, where a just struggle of a people to realize their inalienable right to self-determination is being suppressed with brutal use of force. India's gross and systematic violations of human rights in the Indian occupied Kashmir have been extensively documented by international human rights and humanitarian organizations, as well as the Office of the High Commissioner of Human Rights in its successive reports. Led by Hindutva ideology, the BJP RSS regime in India is incessantly resorting to aggressive posturing against Pakistan and other neighboring countries that seriously imperils national peace, regional peace and security. The UN Security Council must exercise its legal and political authority to ensure the full implementation of its resolutions on Kashmir, stipulating a free and fair plebiscite under UN auspices for the exercise of Kashmiris' right to self-determination. Distinguished guests, Pakistan is one of the few countries which have successfully restricted the spread of coronavirus. Our government followed a strategy of smart lockdowns to ensure that we save people from dying from the virus and from dying from hunger. The threat, however, is not over yet, and we continue to actively seek following of necessary SOPs. In the same vein, Pakistan was also able to combat the threat of desert locust, the worst of its kind in more than 25 years. I wish to commend the role of the World Health Organization, the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, and other financial institutions in helping the government to calibrate its response for overcoming these two emergencies simultaneously. This is yet another example of how international solidarity and cooperation can best serve the humanity. I also thank all other UN agencies, funds and programs working in the country for their partnership with Pakistan in helping us advance our socio-economic development objectives. We will continue to work with the UN Secretary General and the remarkable UN country team in Pakistan, ably led and coordinated by Julian Harness, for the attainment of sustainable development goals. Lastly, given the presence here of a large number of heads of missions based in Islamabad, I take this opportunity to reiterate our request for their valuable support for the candidature of Pakistan's Chairman Senate, Senator Sadiq Sanjarani, for the post of President of the Inter-Parliamentary Union, for which the elections will be held between 1st to the 4th of November 2020 now. I wish to conclude by reiterating Pakistan's firm and abiding commitment to multilateralism, with the United Nations playing a central role. I thank you.
पाकिस्तान वज़ीर ख़ारजा शाह महमूद कुरैशी तकरीब से खिताब कर रहे थे। अक़वाम मुत्तहिदा की सालगिरह की तकरीब से खिताब किया। उन्होंने कहा कि हम ईमानदारी के उसूलों पर यकीन रखते हैं। अक़वाम मुत्तहिदा के क़याम का मकसद आलमी क़वानीन के मुताबिक इंसानी हुकूक़ का तहफ़्फ़ुज़ है। हम न्यूज़ से फ़िल वक्त इतना ही। दीगर खबरों या उनकी तफसील के लिए विजिट कीजिए हमन्यूज़.pk। देखते रहिए हम न्यूज़।